Hello, Cesar. How are you? Cesar. Hola, César, ¿cómo ha estado? Hello, César. Ya no había visto. ¿Se escucha?
Sí,
Ok,
sí.
se escucha.
Es
Bien.
que
Pasó.
tuve exámenes de admisión para la uni y estuve ocupado.
Ok. ¿Y cómo le fue?
Pues espero que bien.
What career did you choose?
Ah, no, bueno, no sé cómo se diga en inglés. Aeronáutica.
¿Cómo?
Aeronáutica.
¿Pero en qué escuela está aeronáutica?
En Querétaro.
Querétaro, porque aquí no había escuchado. Irinúa, aquí en las universidades no la había escuchado,
No,
¿verdad? Ok, qué bien, suerte.
gracias.
Ojalá y sus sueños se lleven a cabo, se realicen.
Muchas gracias, profe.
Es muy buena, pues sí, sí se escucha y es muy buena carrera, diferente a todo. Bien, pues vamos a iniciar. Thank you for joining me. Gracias por acompañarme, por estar aquí. Vamos a checar. Karina, Elizabeth, Violeta, Astrid estuvieron ayer, estuvieron pues más, pero ahorita los esperamos. What do you remember about yesterday class, Violeta? What can you tell us about our class?
We saw indirect speech.
Okay, direct and indirect speech. Okay, very good. And what can you tell us about that? What do
We use tell when we refer to a person direct. For example, I told you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are.
And we use say when not specific a person.
Okay, when we don't mention the person, okay, and when we mention the listener, when we mention the listener, we're going to use say told, tell or told. Okay, very good. What else, Astrid? Thank you, Violeta. Lo hizo muy bien. Astrid, what else do you remember about yesterday class?
Okay, good afternoon. Or evening. When you use, for example, a tense in a verb, if it is in present in the indirect form speech, you have to use in past tense.
Okay, we have different tenses, or we're going to use different. We're going to check right now. But yesterday we talked about natural disasters, remember? What kind of natural disaster do you remember, Karina? What kind of natural disasters? Yesterday we talked about a tornado. We talked about a flood, a hurricane.
Tsunami, teacher.
A typhoon. Okay, a typhoon, a landslide, a drought. Yesterday we talked about that disaster because we said that we're going to use them in some exercises. But let's continue with our class for today. Okay, we have already remembered our yesterday class. Ya acabamos de recordar, ¿verdad? Algo de los indirect speech, say and tell. Indirect speech, say and tell. Yesterday, we said that in a direct speech, we may quote his actual words. Podemos citar las palabras, ¿verdad? Actuales, lo que decimos. And a reported speech or indirect speech, we may report what he said without quoting his exact words. Aunque no sean las exactas, pero casi las tenemos que usar. And we say that in indirect speech, we use inverted commas to mark off the exact words of the speaker. Por eso lo hacemos con comitas, ¿verdad? Comillas in the direct speech. We use inverted commas. Esto como lo teníamos para remarcar, ¿verdad? Lo que está diciendo el speaker. And in direct speech, we do not. ¿Qué más vimos? Ahorita, in this time, before, Violeta said that we use tell when you mention the listener. And we use say when you don't. Tell when you mention the listener, and say when you don't. And we have some examples. And 10, Violeta says that when say and tell are in the present tense, the verbs in the indirect speech statements often change. Dijimos que vamos a hablar sobre simple present becomes simple past. Vimos unos ejemplos. Present continuous becomes past continuous. Simple present, I am unwell. Indirect, he said he was unwell. Simple present, simple past. Present continuous becomes past continuous. Present continuous, he said, my master is writing letters. Indirect, he said that his master was writing letters. Then, present perfect and simple past becomes past perfect. Present perfect and simple past becomes past perfect, and we have some samples of both. Will becomes would. We have samples that yesterday were reviewed, and can becomes could. Okay, this is a review. Es un pequeño una revisión que hicieron. Luego ustedes completaron algo para identificar, pero hoy, look, today we have direct speech and indirect speech. Aquí lo tenemos más claro. This is clearly the direct speech, indirect speech. I work. He said that he worked. Look, present past. I work is very simple. I work. He said that he worked. I worked. He said that he had work. Look, past. Perfect. I worked. He said that he had worked. I have worked. I have worked. He said that he had worked. Am working. Am working. He said that he was working. I can work. He said that he could work. And I will work. He said that he would work. Okay. We have the same that we reviewed before. Okay. Look that now we're going to continue with the practice because yesterday we only had the grammar, but we're going to remember this. Use tell when you mention the listener, use say when you don't, and we have some exercises right here. Fill in the blanks with a corresponding tell or say. Look at the statements and check, read them, and we have a minute to check them, and then we're going to say what does correspond to each one, tell or say, okay? Remember when we're going to use tell and when we are going to use say. Read them carefully, and then we're going to complete it. We have 30 seconds. Let me get water. Okay, are you ready? Karina, can you complete the number 1?
Yes, teacher. All the experts say the air is getting warmer.
You say that all the experts say
Say,
Earth is getting warmer. Why did you choose say?
because the other, I think the other people say that,
All the experts
talk
say.
about that.
Okay, because all the experts say. They say, but they aren't saying to anyone, to someone. They are only the experts say, ¿verdad? Solo dicen,
Yes.
no se le están diciendo a alguien, sino que dice, all the experts say. Todos los expertos dicen. ¿A quién? No sabemos a quién le dicen, pero ellos dicen. All experts say the air is getting warmer. Okay. And what about the number 2? Cesar.
Did you told Mike and Sally how to find her house? Did you tell?
Did you
Tell.
Why did you choose tell?
Because we are, well, they're talking to Mike and Sally.
Okay.
We're talking about Mike and Sally.
He is referring to Mike and Sally. Did you tell, ¿verdad? And did you tell Mike and Sally how to find our house? And do you think that, did you tell, okay, Mike and Sally? Thanks. What about the next one, Astrid?
Yes, the sales manager is going to say everyone about the meeting.
The sales manager is going to say everyone about the meeting. Is that correct, Cesar?
No, I think the correct is tell, because he's referring to everyone.
Everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. The sales manager is going to tell everyone about the meeting. Very good. Is it clear, Astrid? ¿Sí está claro, Astrid?
Yes.
The sales manager is going to tell everyone about the meeting. Okay, good. And what about Gloria, the number 4?
Yes, Vicky, why don't you just say what the matter is?
Vicky, why don't you just say? Vicky, why don't you just say what the matter is? Is that correct, Astrid? Do you think that is true or is false?
I'm taking.
Vicky, why don't you just say what the matter is?
Say.
Is
It's
it clear?
correct.
It's correct. What about Cesar? Is correct?
Yes, I think it's
correct. Why don't you say? Okay, good. Number 5, Violeta.
They say they are going to build a new Disney World here.
They say they are going to build a new Disney World here. They say, dicen, ¿verdad? Dicen, no sabemos a quién. They say, dicen que van a construir. Okay, they say they are going to build a new Disney World here. Good. No se refiere a quién. They say, very, very good. And what about the next one, Karina?
Yes, teacher. What did Natasha say about her holiday plan?
Okay, what did Natasha say about her holiday plan? Bien, aquí no se refiere a nadie, sino qué dice, no sabemos, ¿verdad? What did Natasha say about her holiday plan? I don't know.
Teacher, when it's a plural, we use say.
What did Natasha? Yes, because it's a question did. Remember when we use did or does or something like that, the verb is in simple form. Recuerde que cuando hacemos preguntas, cuando lleva ya sea did en pasado o does en presente, el verbo va a ir en su forma simple, ¿ok? Cuando decimos en presente, what does Natasha want? No decimos wants, ¿verdad? What does Natasha say? O what did Natasha say? ¿Qué dice Natasha o qué dijo? ¿Ok? Verbo en,
Okay.
verbo en forma, ok. Let's continue with the number 7. Cicero.
Could you tell me what the way? Could you tell me the way to the train station, please?
Okay, could you tell me the way to the train station, please? Very good. Tell me. Good. Next one, number 8. Karina.
Okay. The company should say its employees what's going on.
Okay, again, the company should say its employees, what's going on.
Employees.
Ok, aquí, ¿por qué no ponemos tell? Porque no les, solo dice, debe decirles, ¿verdad? No sabemos si les dirá o les dirá. The company should say its employees what's going on. Debe de decirles, pero si les dice o no, no sabemos. The company should say its employees what's going on. ¿Qué pasa? Good. And what about the number 9, Gloria?
You shouldn't say lies, you know, Matthew.
You shouldn't say lies, you know, Matthew. You shouldn't say lies, you know, Matthew. Is that correct, Astrid? What do you think about that? You shouldn't say lies, you know, Matthew.
I don't know, I'm in problem.
Why?
I get confused.
You shouldn't say lies, you know,
You
Matthew.
shouldn't.
You
You
shouldn't
shouldn't
say lies.
tell lies. You
No
know,
debes,
Matthew.
¿sabes? No debes mentir, Matthew.
Okay.
¿Se está refiriendo a alguien? It did refer to someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
To Matthew.
Matthew. You shouldn't tell lies, you know, Matthew. No debes mentir, ¿sabes? O, ¿sabes, Matthew? No debes mentir. Pero someone is referring to Matthew. Está refiriendo a Matthew. You shouldn't tell lies, you know, Matthew. ¿Ok? Cuando nos referimos a alguien, ¿verdad? Lo nombramos, pues sí decimos tell. ¿Ok?
Teacher,
Yeah.
I have a question,
Yes.
but I think you refers Matthew,
Ajá.
the same person. For me, I think so.
Yeah. He is referring to Matthew. You shouldn't tell. Le está diciendo a alguien. You shouldn't tell lies. You know, Matthew. O Matthew, you shouldn't tell lies, you know. Matthew, no debes de echar mentiras, ¿sabes? ¿Sí? ¿Sí está claro? ¿O no?
But you and Matthew is the same person. I think so.
Can you repeat it?
You and Matthew is the same person for me.
That you and Matthew are the same person, is the same person.
Yes.
Yes? You and Matthew, the same person. You shouldn't tell lies. You know, Matthew.
Because I think when say Matthew is emphasized to the person,
Okay.
the same person.
He is talking by himself. ¿Está hablando a sí mismo? He's talking by himself.
Mm,
No.
no, así mismo no, pero está hablando con Matthew
Ajá.
y dice, tú no debes de mentir, Matthew.
Ah,
Y reafirma el nombre de la persona, Matthew.
no debe
So,
ir, ¿sabes? ¿Verdad? ¿Sabes?
so the correct is tell.
¿Verdad? Se está refiriendo, como que le está dando un consejo a Matthew, que no debe de mentir. You shouldn't tell lies, you know, Matthew. ¿Sí se entiende? ¿O no? ¿O
Yes.
¿verdad? Es que le está dando un consejo. Sabemos que el should, con el should, damos consejos. You should or shouldn't. No debes de hacer esto. Le está dando un consejo a Matthew. You shouldn't tell lies. Si le quitáramos el you know, you shouldn't tell lies, Matthew. No debes mentir, Matthew. ¿Ok? Or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the last one. Number 10. Gloria. Gloria. Is not Gloria there? Yeah, Gloria? Okay.
Sorry. Did you tell anything to Maria about the barbecue?
You say that is that. Tell. Is that correct? Did you tell anything to Mariah about the barbecue, Cesar?
May I, teacher?
Is that correct? What do you think?
Jacob, cool. Bueno, Jacob, ay, quiere
I-
participar.
Okay.
Can I answer, teacher?
Aquí está Jacob, es que no lo había visto.
Yes, I'm here.
Ah, ok, ya se integró. No lo había visto, entonces por eso no le preguntaba. Ok, welcome, Jacob.
Thanks, teacher.
Agree or disagree with, did you tell anything to Mariah about the barbecue?
I'm disagree. I think the correct answer is say,
Why?
because we know who is the person in the sentence,
Okay, we
who
know
we're talking.
who are we talking about. Yeah, did you say anything to Mariah about the barbecue? The correct is say, because remember, did, we use the verb in simple form, say. Le dijiste, did you say anything to Mariah about the barbecue? See?
Yes.
Okay. Did you say anything? Remember, when we know the listener, we are going to use tell, pero aquí no sabemos, nada más le está preguntando, ¿verdad? Did you say anything to Mariah about the barbecue? No se lo está diciendo directamente, nada más está preguntando. He's only asking a question. Did you say anything? ¿Le dijiste algo? Did you say anything to Mariah?
Es que se está refiriendo a una como tercera persona, no a la que le está hablando directamente. Y por eso usamos ahí.
Ajá, ok.
Ok.
Haciendo directamente, ¿verdad? Ok. Remember, aquí en la primera vamos a checarla nuevamente. All the experts say, dicen, ¿verdad? Todos los expertos dicen. ¿A quién? No sabemos a quién le dicen. All the experts say, the air is getting warmer. Le dijiste, aquí sí usamos esto porque se refiere a Mike and Sally, how to find our house. Aquí pareciera que está como confusa, pero si se entiende. Sí, ¿verdad? The sales manager is going to tell everyone. Aquí nombra que ellos, ¿verdad? El manager the sales manager. ¿Qué es el sales manager? Ya se me fue la idea.
De ventas, gerente de ventas.
Gerente de venta les va a decir,
Frente.
¿verdad? Gerente de ventas le va a decir a todos sobre esto. Why don't you just say what the matter is? ¿Por qué no dices, verdad, Vicky? Why don't you just say what the matter is? They say, dicen, they are going to build, que van a construir un Disney. And they say that they are going to build a similar, like a Disney World here in Nuevo Vallarta, también dicen, ¿verdad? Dicen algo parecido. What did Natasha say? ¿Qué dijo? What did Natasha say? What did Natasha say about her holiday plan? Is similar to, did you say anything? Vean cómo es similar. Could you tell me, decir a mí, ¿verdad? Podrías decirme, could you tell me the way to the train station, please? And the company should say, debe de decirles, no sabemos si les diga o no, pero no está nombrando, nada más dice, debe decirles a los empleados. Y ya vimos estas que tenemos ahorita algo. Esto parece algo confuso, pero ya analizando, si sabemos que no nombramos a la persona, al listener, a quien estamos diciendo, usamos tell, ¿verdad? Cuando lo nombramos, perdón, es tell, y cuando no nombramos tanto así, es say. Pero vamos a hacer que no nos quede duda. Aquí lo vamos a tener en este reading. Debemos de leer. Primero lo vamos a leer sin completarlo. ¿Ok? Without underline this grammar practice, underline the correct verbs for indirect speech. Yesterday we talked about natural disasters, and now we have a hurricane right here. Can you start reading? No sé quién más esté, dejen veo. Es que no sé quién más está. Ok, Andrés, ya se integró. Blanca, Jacob, Astrid, Gloria, Violeta. Okay, very good. Look that we have this. Okay, this paragraph about the great-grandmother. And can you start reading, Blanca? Without completed, sin completarlo, ¿ok? Nada más lo vamos a interpretar, luego lo completamos. Without completed.
Okay. My great-grandmother meets Hurricane Cleo.
Very good.
Hurricane Cleo struck the United States in August 1964. My great-grandmother Anna was traveling in Miami when the hurricane struck.
Very
She
good.
said or told me that she still remembers how scared everyone was.
Very good, Blanca, thank you. And can you continue, Andrés?
Yes. She said me that esto no lo vamos a contratar todavía, ¿verdad?
Okay, she said or told me that the hotel
Has called
or
had called her room one morning and had told her that a big storm
okay, is or was.
is or was on the way.
Very good, thank you, Andrés. Can you continue, Jacob?
Yes. They said or told that all hotel guests have to or had to stay in the hotel until the waiter service told or said that it is or was safe to leave.
Very good, thank you. Gloria,
She stayed in her room and she didn't know what happened until the storm was over. When she turned on the TV, the reports
said
say or told
that
that a lot of people had been or have been injured
injured
and that all the roads are or were flooded.
it. Okay, let's continue, Cesar.
She always said that she still feels or felt lucky to have survived Hurricane Cleo.
Okay, very good. Now we have that great grandmother meets Hurricane Cleo. Now we're going to complete with the corresponding said or told. Hurricane Cleo struck the United States in August 1964. My great-grandmother, Anna, was traveling in Miami when the hurricane struck. Cesar,
She told me.
she told me that she still remembers how scared everyone was. Very good. Astrid,
Told me
she told me that the hotel, Violeta,
Has called
she told me that the hotel
has called her room one morning
had called her room one morning and had, Gloria,
Told her
told her that a big storm, Karina,
was on the way.
was on the way. They, Jacob,
Yes, teacher. They said that all hotel guests
okay. They said that all hotel guests, Andres,
Yes.
they said that all hotel guests
To stay in the hotel.
ok, pero ¿qué vamos a conectar? What is have to or had to?
Had to.
Have to
Had-
stay, have to
Had
no.
to stay in the hotel
And
until the weather service.
service, Blanca. Until
weather survey until
her service,
tell that it
tell or said. In the hotel, until the service, tell, said.
said.
That it, Blanca. That it,
Again,
okay, again,
that it was safe to leave.
very good. She stayed in her room. She stayed in her room and she didn't know what happened until the storm was over. When she turned on the TV, the report, Cesar,
When she turned on the TV, the report said that a lot of people.
they said, okay, that a lot of people are street. That's a lot of
that a lot of people had been injured and that all the roads
okay, had been injured and that all the roads, Violeta, all the roads,
were flooded.
oh, me pasé, ya lo dije, were flooded. She always says that she still feels lucky to have survived Hurricane Cleo. Ahorita lo vamos a interpretar, lo hicieron perfecto. Perfect. Vamos a conectarnos nuevamente porque se nos va a cortar. Bueno, nos queda poquito, 4. Hurricane Cleo struck. Ok, quiero que ustedes lean. Comenzamos con César. Hasta el primer punto. No, más. Aquí, hasta struck.
Hurricane Cleo struck the United States in August 1964. My great-grandmother, Anna, was traveling in Miami when the hurricane struck.
Very good. Astrid?
she told me that she still remembers how scared everyone was.
Very good. Violeta? Violeta?
She told me that the hotel had called her room one morning and had told her that a big storm was on the way.
Very good, Violeta. Gloria?
they said that all hotel guests have to stay in the hotel until the weather service said that it was safe to leave.
Very good, Gloria. Karina.
She stayed in her room and she didn't know what happened until the storm was over. When she turned on the TV, the reports say that a lot of people had been injured and that all the roads were flooded.
Flooded. Very good.
Flooded.
And Jacob.
She always says that she still feels lucky to have survived Hurricane Cleo.
Very good. Vamos a escucharlo nuevamente. Lo han hecho perfecto. Están leyendo perfecto. You are reading very, very well. But we have a few minutes. Nos conectamos rápidamente para que no nos deje así y continuar. ¿Les parece? Ya se integró Jenny. Ahorita continuamos.